GitHub Trending, July 19th, 2026. Today in 6 minutes. Welcome to 6 Minute GitHub, presented by the 6 Minute GitHub app. I'm Sheila.
I'm Victor. This is Season 1, Episode 1, and the start of our public series. Nothing earlier is required, Sheila.
Bring curiosity and one basic idea. GitHub hosts shared software projects. You do not need to code. Victor, what else helps listeners?
A willingness to follow examples helps, Sheila. We will explain unfamiliar words before using them in detail.
First, we spot today's shared pattern. Then, we connect code context, model speed, web research, voice, and embedded workflows to practical choices.
That is our route, Sheila. I will keep the technical steps concrete, short, and gradual.
Quick quiz, Victor. What common design priority makes today's list feel more useful than a collection of demos?
My opinion, Sheila, is that this question rewards a practical pattern. Compare each project by the barrier it changes. I will defer my answer until the closing.
A repository is a project's stored code and history. An agent is task-running software that can use tools. Local first means processing data on your machine first.
Good start. MCP is a shared connection method for requesting outside tool. Tokens are small text pieces a model processes. Those terms keep our discussion precise.
So why does an agent need more than a chat box, Victor? What work needs this surrounding support?
Useful work needs selected code, affordable computation, trustworthy web material, and human-friendly interfaces. Today's repositories provide those missing pieces.
The origin seems straightforward. Early assistants mainly generated replies. Developers later wanted them to inspect projects and take actions. Was that the motivation?
Yes, developers wanted fewer blind guesses and less manual copying. The approach evolved from chat windows toward connected systems for code, models, research, voice, and applications.
Before depth, a graph is connected to items and relationships. Parsing reads code into structure. Does that explain the leading review project's basic approach?
Yes, tree sitter parses code structure. Code review graph links functions, imports, calls, classes, and tests. It follows a change's blast radius, meaning potentially affected code.
My understanding is that the graph narrows review to connected code. It guides attention but cannot prove safety. Is that right, Victor?
Nearly, Sheila. Generated code and configuration may sit outside the graph's links. Always inspect the change itself and its tests.
It is like a subway map. Functions are stations, and calls are tracks. But should tracks prove every risk? A renamed environment variable can alter deployment without obvious links.
Exactly. The map reveals likely connections rather than every dependency. That edge case is why a reviewer checks configuration and deployment behavior.
I would index one repository, then compare suggested files with manual review. Unlike whole repository chat, retrieval narrows scope. A pitfall is treating it as a verdict. Avoid that by inspecting configuration. Tip: record misses.
That is a strong workflow, Sheila. Start with one recurring review task, then measure whether the graph finds relevant files without hiding important exceptions.
Fact: its README reports about 82 times median token reduction across 6 benchmark repositories. I once saw a teammate paste whole folders into chat. Mnemonic: map, measure, verify. Maps focus context, verification protects judgment.
Nice refinement. On July 19th, Code Review Graph ranked first with 21,008 stars, 2,165 forks, and 551 stars that day. Its stated range was 38 to 528 times, while 82 times was the median.
Victor, VoiceBox makes speech and interface through cloning, dictation, and generation. Wigolo handles web research. How do those projects turn this pattern into real actions?
VoiceBox offers local speech generation in 23 languages across 7 engines, plus dictation and agent connections. Wigolo can search, fetch, crawl, extract, cache, and return evidence with excerpts and citations. And now let's move on to the next host.
How does model speed fit this picture? K-Transformers improves the engine through combined CPU and GPU work, rather than gathering context or presenting voice. What about embedding workflows?
Correct. K-Transformers supports large model inference and fine-tuning with heterogeneous computing. Copilot SDK lets applications embed workflows across Python, TypeScript, Go, .NET, Java, and Rust through its CLI server.
My quiz answer is local-first usable infrastructure for agents. Today's projects provide focused context, efficient execution, research, voice, or embeddable workflows.
I agree, Sheila. That is the unifying priority, reducing friction around practical work. Next in Season 1 is another daily trending snapshot when announced. Before we recap, what 5 needs did today's projects cover?
Recap. Agents need focused code context, efficient models, reliable research, useful voice, and product integration. Subscribe to and rate 6 Minute GitHub and download the 6 Minute GitHub app.